Welcome, and I genuinely appreciate you joining us for this crucial financial update that could significantly impact your retirement years in Australia. As we navigate through these challenging economic times, where the cost of living continues to surge and many Australian seniors find themselves stretching every dollar just to make ends meet, understanding the upcoming changes to the age pension system becomes not just important but essential for your financial well-being. The January 2026 pension adjustments represent a pivotal moment that could potentially return up to $900 annually to eligible recipients, and today we're going to explore every aspect of these changes with the clarity and respect you deserve. For those of you who wake up each morning wondering how you'll manage the next electricity bill, or who've had to make the heartbreaking choice between medication and groceries, this information could provide the financial breathing room you desperately need. Before we delve deeper into these vital changes, allow me to introduce our channel, which has become a trusted source of financial guidance for thousands of Australian seniors navigating the complexities of retirement benefits and government support systems. Our mission extends beyond simply reporting news. We are committed to translating complicated government policies into practical, actionable information that empowers you to make informed decisions about your financial future. Week after week, we break down the jargon, explain the fine print, and ensure that no senior is left behind due to confusion or misinformation about their entitlements. We understand that many of you have spent decades contributing to this nation's prosperity through your taxes, your labor, and your dedication to building the Australia we know today, and now it's our turn to ensure you receive every benefit, every dollar, and every support mechanism you're entitled to during your golden years. The significance of January 2026 cannot be overstated when we examine the broader context of Australia's pension system and the struggles many seniors currently face while living on fixed incomes that haven't kept pace with inflation. This isn't merely another routine adjustment, it represents a convergence of multiple policy reviews, indexation calculations, and threshold modifications that could collectively transform your financial landscape. For seniors currently surviving on the base pension rate, particularly those in major cities where rental costs have skyrocketed and essential services have become increasingly expensive, these changes arrive at a critical juncture. The government's recognition of these hardships has prompted a comprehensive review of pension rates, asset thresholds, and income testing procedures, all designed to better reflect the true cost of living in modern Australia. When we consider that many pensioners are currently forced to skip meals, ration medications, or live in inadequate housing due to financial constraints, the potential for an additional $900 annually becomes more than just a number. It becomes a lifeline that could restore dignity and security to thousands of vulnerable Australians. Understanding how this $900 figure materializes requires examining the intricate mechanisms of pension calculations and the various components that contribute to your fortnightly payments. This isn't a lump sum bonus or a one-time government handout, rather, it represents the cumulative effect of incremental increases across multiple payment categories throughout the year. The base pension rate adjustment alone could contribute several $100s annually, while modifications to the energy supplement, rent assistance for those in private rentals, and adjustments to the pharmaceutical allowance could collectively add hundreds more. For couples, the impact might differ from singles, as the government recognizes the economies of scale in household expenses while also acknowledging that two people still face substantial costs. The deeming rates, which determine how much income Centrelink assumes you're earning from your financial investments, are also under review, and any reduction in these rates could mean less of your actual assets count against your pension eligibility, potentially pushing part pensioners closer to full pension rates. The Australian government offers numerous programs specifically designed to support seniors, yet many eligible recipients remain unaware of these benefits or find the application process overwhelming. Beyond the age pension itself, programs like the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card provide access to cheaper prescription medicines through the Pharmaceutical Benefits Scheme, saving cardholders hundreds or even thousands of dollars annually on essential medications. The Pensioner Concession Card unlocks discounts on utilities, public transport, property rates, and various government services, effectively stretching your pension dollars further. For those struggling with housing costs, Commonwealth Rent Assistance can provide substantial support, particularly crucial given that rental prices have increased by over 30% in many Australian cities over the past 3 years. The Home Equity Access Scheme allows seniors to access the equity in their homes without selling, providing additional income while maintaining homeownership, a particularly valuable option for asset-rich but cash-poor retirees who've watched their property values soar while their liquid savings dwindle. State-based programs complement federal benefits, offering additional layers of support that many seniors overlook or don't realize they qualify for. In New South Wales, the Seniors Card provides discounts on everything from groceries to entertainment, while Victoria's Seniors Card holders can access free or discounted public transport during off-peak hours, saving hundreds annually on transportation costs. Queensland's Seniors Card Plus offers additional rebates on electricity and gas bills, crucial support given the state's hot climate and the necessity of air conditioning for health and comfort. South Australia provides concessions on council rates, emergency services levy, and water bills, while Western Australia offers rebates on local government rates and charges. Tasmania and the Northern Territory have their own unique programs tailored to their senior population's specific needs, including isolated area allowances and climate-related support payments. When these state benefits combine with federal programs, the cumulative savings can transform a senior's budget from barely survivable to reasonably comfortable, yet many eligible recipients never claim these benefits due to lack of awareness or confusion about eligibility requirements. The reality of living on an Australian pension in today's economy presents challenges that younger generations might struggle to comprehend, as many seniors face daily decisions that would have been unthinkable during their working years. Picture the 75-year-old widow in Sydney's western suburbs, whose modest pension barely covers her rent, leaving her to choose between keeping her diabetes medication prescription filled or maintaining her home insurance, both essential, yet financially incompatible within her tight budget. Consider the elderly couple in regional Victoria, who've worked their entire lives on farms and in factories, now finding that their combined pension doesn't stretch far enough to cover the rising costs of their medications, the maintenance on their aging home, and the fuel needed to drive to medical appointments in the nearest major town. These aren't isolated cases but representative of thousands of Australian seniors who've contributed decades of taxes and productivity to our nation's growth, only to find themselves struggling with poverty in retirement. The January 2026 changes acknowledge these hardships and attempt to provide relief, though many argue that even with these improvements, the pension remains inadequate for a dignified retirement in modern Australia. Centrelink's role in administering these changes cannot be understated, and understanding how to navigate this system becomes crucial for maximizing your benefits under the new arrangements. The complexity of Centrelink's assessment processes often leaves seniors frustrated and confused, particularly when life circumstances change, whether through the loss of a spouse, changes in living arrangements, or fluctuations in investment income. It's essential to maintain accurate, up-to-date records with Centrelink, as outdated information could prevent you from receiving increases you're entitled to when the January 2026 changes take effect. Many seniors fear that reporting changes might reduce their payments, leading them to avoid updating their circumstances even when those changes would actually increase their entitlements. This fear, while understandable given the system's complexity, can result in missing out on thousands of dollars in legitimate benefits. The upcoming changes present an opportunity to review and update your Centrelink profile, ensuring that when the new rates and thresholds apply, you're positioned to receive maximum benefits without delay or complication. The psychological impact of financial insecurity in retirement extends far beyond mere numbers on a bank statement, affecting mental health, physical well-being, and overall quality of life in profound ways. Studies consistently show that financial stress contributes to increased rates of depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline among seniors, while those with greater financial security report better health outcomes and increased life satisfaction. When a pensioner lies awake at night worrying about how they'll afford next month's expenses, that stress manifests physically through elevated blood pressure, compromised immune function, and disrupted sleep patterns, all factors that can accelerate age-related health decline. The potential $900 annual increase might seem modest to some, but for a senior choosing between heating and eating, or between social isolation and the cost of public transport to visit friends, this amount represents freedom from impossible choices. It means the ability to maintain social connections, access preventive health care, and preserve the dignity that comes from meeting one's basic needs without constant anxiety or dependence on charity. Preparation for the January 2026 changes should begin now, not when the adjustments take effect, as proactive planning can maximize the benefits you receive and minimize any potential disruptions to your payments. Start by conducting a comprehensive review of your current financial situation, including all income sources, assets, and expenses, ensuring that every detail accurately reflects your circumstances. Document any changes in your life over the past year. Perhaps you've downsized your home, liquidated investments to cover unexpected expenses, or experienced changes in your health that affect your cost of living. These factors could influence your pension eligibility and rate under the new system. Consider seeking assistance from financial counselors who specialize in senior services, as many offer free consultations through community organizations and can help you understand how the changes will specifically impact your situation. Don't hesitate to contact Centrelink directly with questions, and remember that you have the right to clear, respectful explanations of any changes to your payments or eligibility status. The broader economic context surrounding these pension changes reflects Australia's ongoing struggle to balance fiscal responsibility with social welfare obligations, particularly as our population ages and the ratio of working taxpayers to pension recipients continues to shift. With approximately 2.6 million Australians currently receiving some form of age pension, even modest increases represent billions in additional government expenditure, funded by current taxpayers who themselves worry about their future retirement security. This intergenerational tension creates political pressure that can influence pension policy, making it crucial for seniors to stay informed and engaged in advocacy efforts that protect and enhance retirement benefits. The January 2026 adjustments represent a recognition that current pension rates have fallen behind the true cost of living, particularly in housing and healthcare, two areas that disproportionately impact senior budgets. Yet these changes also occur within a context of competing government priorities, from defense spending to infrastructure development, making every dollar allocated to pension increases a political decision as much as an economic one. As we look toward January 2026 and beyond, it's important to recognize that these changes, while welcome, represent just one step in an ongoing journey toward ensuring all Australian seniors can retire with dignity and security. The conversation about adequate retirement income must continue, addressing not just immediate cost of living pressures but also longer-term challenges like aged care affordability, access to health services, and the growing gap between those who own homes and those who rent in retirement. Your voice matters in this conversation. Every letter to a member of parliament, every submission to government inquiries, and every story shared about the reality of living on the pension contributes to policy development. The seniors who came before us fought for the pension system we have today, and it's our responsibility to ensure it continues evolving to meet contemporary needs. While we celebrate the potential for additional support through the January 2026 changes, we must also remain vigilant about protecting existing benefits and advocating for further improvements where needed. Remember that you're not alone in this journey. Millions of Australian seniors share your concerns, your struggles, and your hopes for a secure retirement. By staying informed, engaged, and connected, we strengthen our collective voice and our ability to influence positive change in the pension system that supports us all through our golden years.